Good afternoon and welcome to episode 3 of my Flight Simulator 2024 career mode. In this episode I'm going to show you the passing of the commercial pilot's license, show you a trick with the autopilot to assist with landing if you know what airport and what runway you are landing at, and this can be done on any airport with a runway with the Garmin navigation system in the Cessna 172. I'm just at the hold short here for the takeoff runway. As you can see, the Garmin automatically loaded up with a flight plan in. So the first one we're going to do is hit this procedure button, and we are going to hit approach. We'll just go back a second, go back to the flight plan. If we hit the flight plan button, which is this one at the bottom left of these 6, you can see that we are landing on runway 8 at Burbank, so KBUR. So what we'll need to remember, runway 8, we will hit the procedure button, select approach, and we will scroll down to visual 08, so that's visual landing on runway 8. We'll hit enter, we'll hit straight in. So in real life, if the ATC at the landing airport is going to give you vectors to your approach, you'd hit vectors, but for this demonstration we're just going to hit straight. Not going to worry about minimums. Minimums come on flight charts for airports. This is where we'd put them in, but for now we're just not going to worry about it. So we scroll down again with the big outer knob. We're just going to hit load. This will pop up, hit OK, and that's loaded that in. We'll get on with the flying now. Let's take off clearance.
Van Nuys Tower Cessna Golf, November Kilo Romeo
with airports
Sierra
with
ready
towers,
at
we
runway
actually have to wait for the clearance,
right east departure.
So don't just head straight onto the runway, so
Cessna Golf,
tower will respond
November
to us.
Kilo Romeo Sierra altimeter 29.902 departure to the east approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 16 right.
Every time we have to enter to acknowledge the clearance.
Cleared for takeoff runway 16 right, Cessna Kilo Romeo Sierra.
Same as the last video, we're going to set up the autopilot to climb at 75 knots here to 1,800 after the takeoff. Just apply some power release parking brake onto the runway here. Need flaps, but I'm just going to put 10% flaps down just in case. And same takeoff procedure as always. Full power, 55 knots rotate, flaps up once we've got positive rate of climb. So we'll pull back on the stick. Flaps up. Full power, engage the autopilot. See, the autopilot is engaged, it's in green.
Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink.
It's going to aim for 1,800. It's there.
Cessna Kilo Romeo Sierra continue for east departure.
Acknowledge of ATC clearance.
Van Nuys Tower Cessna Golf, November Kilo Romeo Sierra continue for east departure.
Asking for 1,900, so we'll spin the little knob just to go up to 1,900. Gently bank the plane to the left. As you can see, it's all the same concepts for the previous videos for this. Nothing new so far. But I will see you when we get to long final entry. So about 1 nautical mile away from long final now, so a few things are all going to happen at the same time. So first thing, we're going to hit this procedure button and hit scroll down and hit activate approach. Then we're going to hit the flight plan button. We're going to scroll this until the bottom menu is flight plan. We're going to click and hold the left click, and we're going to click right click. I'm going to scroll down to the final FAF, and we're going to hit this top director button. I'm going to scroll,
Cessna Kilo Romeo
Hit
Sierra
director.
leaving my airspace frequency change
and we're going to
approved.
hit the nav button here, so it says GPS. And now the plane will try and follow this purple line. Acknowledge the
Van
ATC.
Nuys Tower Cessna Golf, November Kilo Romeo Sierra frequency change.
So the plane is now trying to follow this purple line here, which will set us up for the landing. Enter to connect to the ATC. Announce a full stop landing.
Burbank Tower Cessna Golf, November Kilo Romeo Sierra is 5 miles west 1,900 feet with Juliet to land.
Cessna Golf, November Kilo Romeo Sierra Burbank Tower. Altimeter 29.902 flies straight in runway 8.
There's our landing clearance. Acknowledge that. Fly straight into runway 8.
Fly straight in runway 8, Cessna Kilo Romeo Sierra.
Cessna Kilo Romeo Sierra wind 258 at 6. Cleared to land runway 8.
Cleared to land runway 8, Cessna
It's a bit of a
Kilo
long way, but it
Romeo
makes the
Sierra.
landing a lot easier, I find. At this point, we are going to drop power to get to flap speed. Well, flap speed on most aircrafts is denoted by this white bar on your airspeed. If you're below the white bar, you are safe to drop flaps. See now the plane is on this final. As soon as we go into the final leg here, we're going to hit the approach button here. And up here you will have GP come in grey, which means the glide path indicator is armed, and this is a glide path diamond. Basically the plane will follow this glide path down at 3 degrees, down to the runway, and all you have to manage at this point is going to be power. So I'm going to take a little bit of that power off. Scroll down the altitude so it's down to about 200 feet in blue. We're at about enough speed to drop to 10% flaps here, so I'll do that. But here the glide path is now in green, so the glide path is armed. It entered to announce a full stop landing. You can see the plane is automatically pitching the nose down to land. All we are doing now is managing speed, ensuring we're down at about 75 knots. And just reducing that throttle as you slowly go down. When we're about maybe 200 feet above the runway, we will disengage the autopilot and fly it in by hand. Again, just gently dropping the throttle. As you can see, just my left hand on the throttle here, my right hand is not on the stick. The plane is lined up with the runway automatically and automatically taking us on that 3 degrees glide path down to the runway. Reset the view. So these visual flight and procedures on the 172 Garmin can be programmed for any runway that you're going to, and it will automatically work out the glide path and a path to take you in on that. 500, so hands back on the stick and the throttle. So 500 at about 2, so 1,000 feet on the altimeter will turn off the autopilot and fly it in by hand. 1000, disengaging the autopilot. No sudden movement, decreasing the throttle. Let the plane just glide out of the sky. Over the threshold of the runway, so throttle to idle, pulling back on the stick. Eyes on the end of the runway. Gentle flare. Little bit of rudder. There we go, bounced a little bit. Applying brakes.
Cessna Kilo Romeo Sierra, acknowledge last transmission. Cessna Kilo Romeo Sierra, turn next taxiway.
Not sure why it came up with no announcement, because I definitely did announce. Here we'll follow the yellow line off the runway. Turn flaps to normal. Dropping on this box for the hold short. Go. Announce taxi parking.
Burbank ground Cessna Golf, November Kilo Romeo C.
Here we go, just coasting the plane into the parking spot. Normal. A little bit of engine to get us around the turn. Brakes, parking brakes, roll shift. Turn the plane off.
You've performed great today. Keep the same attitude, and I'm
There
sure
we go.
that you will have great piloting career.
You can see 100% on the cruise altitude, 100% on the plane handling, the taxiing path and the flight path. Gets you an A on the commercial pilot's license. So I hope that helps some of you out, guys, and I'll see you in the next episode.